So I kind of got to sit down for a little while and do my homeschool plan for the new year. It's definitely not complete yet. I just wanted to get some stuff out of my mind on paper so I can feel like, okay, we're moving in the right direction. I'm not going to need to start and not have anything ready. So I looked over the Ambleside curriculum, amblesideonline.org. It's such a great website. It has an entire 36-week curriculum for free for you online, and it gives you a bunch of suggestions for reading books and all the materials that you need for each subject. It's really heavy on reading, which is great to me because you can learn everything through reading: history and geography and literature and poetry and stories, great stories about nature and everything. And of course you can expand beyond the reading, but reading covers so much, and it's so nice in the wintertime to have something wonderful to do together, like read great books and learn. So we have some of the books already that we need for next year, but we need several new books for history and geography and literature, just a lot of free reads as well. So that's going to be fun. I feel a little ahead of the game because we already read all of the Little House books. We literally have 3 chapters left and we're done with the entire series, and we've already read Pride and Prejudice, hilarious, Pilgrim's Progress. So that's great. So basically, I'm going to do the same approach as last year. I'm going to have my daily work in the morning right after breakfast. And that's going to be Bible, scripture memorization. I'm adding poetry memorization to it because before I only did that once a week, and it was such a headache. It felt like we had to do so much because it was just one day a week. But if we just do it every day, we're going to be fine, you know? So poetry memorization. Handwriting, math, reading, and Spanish. That'll be our dailies. Our weeklies will be timeline and geography, art, music, biographies with a project, nature study, which I haven't even seen what nature study is covering this semester. I think mammals, but there could be more. I've got to check. Artist and composer study. And that's it. So basically we do our dailies in the morning, and then we take a break until right after lunch. Then after lunch we do, in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there's 8 afternoon activities, so I'll probably do 2 a day, and give us a light load on Friday. So maybe 2 a day and nothing on Friday. That way we can have just our morning work Friday and then the rest of the day off. So it's over. Do you want to do the next one?
No, I want to do a kid show. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I don't know what I was saying, but basically there's going to be more to it, but this is like the skeleton of it all, you know. Bible, scripture, and poetry memorization. I have to pick what poems we're going to memorize, and then in addition to that we'll be reading poetry every day during this time in the morning. Handwriting, math, reading, and Spanish. I have to look into a Spanish curriculum. I want to invest in a good one this year just because I have so little to invest in anyway. Might as well get a good Spanish curriculum, you know. And then reading, we just do the easy readers from the library and Hooked on Phonics. So love that. Timeline, I got my entire timeline plus lots of great history books to read. In addition to what she's got on here, she doesn't have the Story of the World on here, but I have all 4 volumes, so we're definitely going to utilize those. Geography, great little, I have great links. It's the Charlotte Mason Geography, Elementary Geography, and then the Long's Home Geography lessons online. It's free and it's so good. Art, that can be anything, handicrafts to like painting, anything. And I think that'll be fun to like do our artist study and then do a painting kind of mimicking what we saw. And I have no idea what artists we're covering this year, or what composers, or what biographies. I have to look into all of that. As far as music goes, we do guitar lessons, but I also want to get into basic theory, and then nature study. I think it's mammals. Can you lower that, baby? So Ivan, can you lower the volume a little bit? So I think the nature study is going to be mammals, and I'm sure other stuff too, but that's what I noticed when I looked on. And then we have several of the books, but there's lots of books that we don't have that I'll be needing to check at the library for, and if it's free online. And then of course, eventually purchase all of them, because I want to build our library with this rich, good stuff that we can read forever. I mean, the stuff I read to the kids, I love. I'm like engrossed in it, so I want to have it available so that when they know how to read, I can be like, hey, you should read Our Island Story, because it's so good. It doesn't matter that you read it in first grade. Now read it again. So that's where we're at. I've got stuff on paper. I can take a break now. I have 3 weeks, so I'll get into more depth with it all later, and I'd be happy to take you along on the journey.